I'm telling you, you are going to get wrecked if you're long in this crypto pump. Now, I do see that the market is picking up, and I know that some of the tokens are rallying, but the single reason for this is the US dollar weakening. And that doesn't mean that the asset value goes up. It just simply means that compared to the dollar is getting devalued, and therefore your assets are worth more in dollars. Now, nothing shows this better than this chart. This is the January, when Trump was sworn in January 2025. The dollar is down about 14% since then, the DXY, which is the dollar measured against a bucket of other currencies, meaning the dollar is weakening at a rapid pace. And as Ray Dalio actually pointed out here, he said, everything, when you depreciate the money, meaning you take the value out of the money because of money printing and all that stuff, it makes everything looks like it's going up. And you see this. Trump yesterday made a statement saying the dollar is at the right place or whatever after the dollar declined 14%. And then risk assets rally. So gold, silver, copper, all these commodities and stocks, and also some of Bitcoin. So you can look at the Bitcoin chart and you can see, okay, so why did this thing did not fall yet? We discussed this yesterday on the show. We're going to discuss it much more, and I'm just telling you, I think you're going to get wrecked if you long this. I'm going to give you exactly why. If you don't know who I am, my name is 𝗬𝗢𝗡, and I bring these daily updates for you. 5 to 10 minutes. If you can't spend this, well, please do not be in crypto. Otherwise, 5 to 10 minutes every single day, and we're called the 100x Club because if I make 4% a month on every single month, continuously for 10 years, compounding, I'll make 100x my net worth. You can chat GPT that. If you want to come along the ride, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's go. So number one, very important. Yesterday I said that Bitcoin won't bottom one metal, stop here. Why? Because I still believe that Bitcoin still have to have one more leg down. There's so many uncertainties. We can start with one saying there is the rate cuts, right? JP out, not out. I don't want to go into 2026 outlooks, but there is FOMC happening today. 97% there is no cuts, meaning the expected, oh my God, we're going to print our way off it and it's going to be awesome for Bitcoin. It's not really happening. There is no rate cuts priced in today. So that's not a catalyst. Two, there's an 80% chance of government shutdown happening on Saturday, which seems like everybody is ignoring. If you look at the chart, you know what was the last time when the government shut down? Well, let me show you. It was right here. November 12th. No, it was, let me show you. We're going to the 4-hour chart. It was November 12th. November 12th, right here. Bitcoin went down 25% off of that news. And there is an 80% probability that it's happening again. So it's not really bullish. Plus, if I want to add one more thing, Wednesdays statistically are actually red. So it seems like that today is the day to actually kickstart the continuation down lower. I am short. I shared with you the short positions here on the show yesterday, but also in the community here. So if you're not in the community, you're missing out. There is a link in the description. And also, before I jump into the chart and tell you why this thing is going to reject and how, I wanted to tell you about our new partner, Toobit. Now, very important. I told you as well that I want a great deal for you. So there was basically the deal is incredible in terms of sign-up bonuses. You can get $50 up straight once you sign up using our link in the description. It's a bonus. It is going to be deposited within 24 hours, so don't DM me if you didn't get it instantly. 24 hours, wait for it. You're going to get $50 bonus to trade. Just simply trade with it. Then 20% deposit bonus, meaning you deposit $4,000, you get $800. You deposit $100, you get $20 to trade with. It's basically free money. And if you keep trading on the platform, which I think you should, they're a Singapore-based non-KYC exchange, pretty amazing. You'll be able to go on to here, and then you can, on the top right, simply get into the voucher. So you see bonuses, it will show up here, and you will be able to click use and long or short with that. Okay, there's a link in the description. Go and check it out. It's going to be like this. You click on there, you sign up, and you can claim these bonuses automatically. I think it's a no-brainer. We extended it for another 1,000 people. I'm pretty confident they're not doing it again. So if you can, I'll advise you to do that. Okay, let's jump in here. So the reason why I am actually, you see my shorts open here. I'm also short silver, by the way. But the reason why my shorts are open here, both on Bitcoin and on Solana, is because if I look at if I consider all this that I discussed, no rate cuts, the devaluation of the dollar, basically devaluation, the government shutdown that is happening, and if you look at the week, ultimately Wednesday, Thursday, and then the weekend, usually red, I do believe that this is the perfect time to actually short the market. Here's how I'm doing it. If you look at the 4-hour chart, right? and you look at the 4-hour structure, it's pretty simple because you have a high time frame, 1 hour high here, then you have a 1 hour low, then there is a 50% retrace on this leg. Look at this beautiful 50% retrace here, and then a new low. That means the only thing I'm waiting for is a 50% retrace to mark the exact same pattern that we've seen previously. It's very important. I trade the chart until the chart proves me otherwise. It is a downtrend until the chart says otherwise, and the chart does not say otherwise because it is still in a massive downtrend. That means I have to look for short positions. And I know it's breakout, I know everybody's bullish and acceleration and all that stuff, which I respect a lot of people especially that are saying this, but I do think that this is nothing else but a retrace to a higher time frame order block. Let me prove you with one more thing. One, if you look at this, I always say this. I have a video, it's called AMD. You want to check this out, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. But I always say, usually when there is a higher time frame order block, looking specifically here, this would be that order block, a supply zone that resulted in a massive sell-off. This level basically was the top of the 50% retrace and the top of that sell-off. This is where the sell-off initiated. That means this is a very strong supply zone. If you see accumulation below a supply zone like this, that is, there is nothing guaranteed. It's all about probabilities. But this is a textbook short setup because what you need to see, accumulation, it's called this AMD, accumulation, manipulation, make you believe that this is the breakout, and then distribution, and then continue all the way lower. This is what I do think is going to happen. The invalidation is super clear, a close above the 4-hour high. So if you look at the 4-hour chart here, if I see a close above there, let me just take this off. If I see a close above the 4-hour high on Bitcoin, but rather on the total market cap, I'm going to show you in a second, will be a market structure shift on the 4-hour chart, 91,230. If I see that, that's when I change my mind, and that is when I do believe that we're not going to repeat this pattern. There will be a V-shaped recovery, a little bit of a consolidation, and then a continuation higher, potentially all the way to the daily order blocks up here at 95, and then all the way up here, potentially to like 100,000, we yet to see. So ultimately, I do believe that this is a major rejection, both on the daily chart. So you can see this, a major rejection on the daily chart and a major rejection on the 4-hour level after retrace, and the major rejection is about to happen now and hit sub 80,000 Bitcoin. Now, very important, this is just one trade. I see so many people, not so many luckily, but some people are like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose my account and this and that. And bro, if you take a risk and you don't understand the risk, you should not trade. Okay, super important. I do have my Bitfunded account. I have taken much more risks than I want to. Why? Because I can open up another account and I can run that account up. So I do take bigger risk on my Bitfunded account. I'm down about 3,000. I don't know why this doesn't load. I'm down about $3,000 in that account, but it's fine. It's a $150,000 account. I still have time to go. So very important, manage your risk. Make sure that you manage your risk properly when it comes to these shorts. If you want a textbook setup, wait for a 15-minute market structure shift, an hour market structure shift, and then open the trade. But ultimately, this is what I'm thinking, and this is what I believe we're going to have a continuation. And if you buy into this dump, also, I just want to say, a lot of you will wonder, okay, like, but what if you miss the bottom? Well, you know, what if I don't? Like, what if this thing goes up 6%? Oh my God, I missed 6%. Or if from here I missed 3%. I think I'm gonna survive missing 3%, especially considering all the stuff that I said. There is no freaking way that on the 80% chance of government shutdown, this thing doesn't go down. I just don't see it. So that said, you do you. If you like this, please come back for another one tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel, like, share it with your friends, leave a comment, let me know what you like, what you don't. And also check out the link in the description for Toobit. It's free money. It literally is. Okay? Go, link in the description. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow and in the community. Link in the description. Take care. Ciao, ciao.